The PBC and the WBC, it's time to lay them down. It's time to lay them down. And here's what I need y'all to do real quick. Share the video. Share the video. That's what you do. Share the video. I need you to like the video, hype the video, share the video. 100% share the video. Share the video right now. This is why we do what we do. Share it. This is why. Share the video. I'll give y'all a minute. Share the video. If you don't know that we're at war, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you if you don't know we're at war already. Good Lord. Ain't that something? Y'all let me know when y'all ready. Because they're going to get this work. They're going to get this work. They're going to get all of this work. I just put in firearms on YouTube. You got to see what comes up. You got to see what comes up. I know this guy right here. I know him personally. You got to see what comes up. You got to see what comes up. You know what I'm going to do? Just to remind y'all, this is what I'm going to put in my background right here. Go to desktop. Because this is there. Let's look at this as I cook. Let's look at this as I cook. Let's do that. Oh, boy. Y'all ready? Let's do it. If y'all don't understand what we're up against, and this morning is a prime example. If y'all don't understand what we're up against, then you're sadly mistaken. And at this current junction, I'm going to speak freely. Do y'all remember that statue? Do y'all remember that statue? Yeah, I do. I remember that statue vividly. Vividly. When have you ever seen a celebration to this magnitude where they show a fighter beating another fighter, and the fighter that he fought is actually in a point of crisis. When have you ever seen that? When have you ever seen that? Tell me. If they were going to celebrate Fury's win over Deontay, I mean, they'd have just, I don't know, showed it. They'd have just showed, they'd have put together a poster or a statue of Fury just standing there with his hands raised. We have a statue of Deontay right there in Alabama. There's no statue of Robert Helenius laying on the floor or the other 30 guys he knocked unconscious. It's just Deontay, right? Could anyone explain to me what that's about? Anybody? Can anybody explain to me what that's about? You can't. You can't. You know why? Because it's us. Now let's get down to the nitty-gritty. All right. Lord, I'm so glad I got 3 different channels in a Rumble. I'm so glad. By the way, if y'all haven't subscribed to Bear Cave Entertainment, y'all need to. Because right now, everyone is looking for me on Drew Titan LLC. They're like, yo, what the F happened? YouTube happened. YouTube happened. And this is brilliant. This is perfect. This is perfect. Absolutely perfect. But more on that some other time. I think y'all forgot about this, so I think you need to look at it. A lot of knuckle draggers need to look at it. Knuckle draggers don't pay attention to things like this. In the middle, you see pull me glove up Ricky Hatton right there. Rest in piss to him. Yeah, I said it. I was quiet when he allegedly took his own life. But I didn't care. I didn't care. Because I know what he did. And I know what he represents. So I don't care. Because this, what he's celebrating in these statues right here, this right here, what is he celebrating? Attempted murder. He partook in that. By the way, did Fury go to his funeral? I'm just asking. Yeah, Shelton, allegedly he unalived himself. That's what and he had a fight coming up. So I don't know what happened. But you know, anything's possible. You're running around with Daniel Kennedy. Anything can happen, right? Y'all know who Daniel Kennedy is, right? Scorpio, what up? Y'all know who Daniel Kennedy is, right? Okay, cool. Y'all know who he is. Terrific. I say the PBC and the WBC, it's time to lay them down. Dig a 50-foot ditch, throw them in there, relieve yourself, and throw the earth on it and walk on, because I'm done with them. I'm absolutely done with them. I am absolutely done with them. Done. I am done. Let's talk about the PBC this morning. Hold on, someone's texting me. Hold on. All right. Let's run down the rap sheet of the PBC. All right. Matter of fact, since we on this, why don't I do this? Do this first. I'm gonna share the screen in a second. Because a lot of y'all must have forgot. Let me move this. A lot of y'all forgot about this, didn't you? Don't worry. I'm going to remind you. Y'all remember this? This is after Wilder Fury 2. Y'all remember this? Play this for y'all.
Whoa. Bye-bye American Pie. That's what Tyson Fury sang after the fight. Is it bye-bye to American heavyweights? Is Deontay Wilder the last great, you'll pardon the expression, black hope?
There you go. There you go. There you go. Right there. There you go. Broken traditions in the building. Salute. There you go. How y'all feel? There you go. Y'all all right? Y'all all right? Y'all want to hear it again? Y'all want to hear it again? I saw this live. When I came home, this is what I saw. When I tell y'all I took my boot off and I was put it through my flat screen, this is what I was talking about. You want to hear it again? Want to hear it again? I ain't making that up. A lot of people thought I made it up. When I be like, bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Is this the last we've seen of the great black hope? Nope. Listen to it again.
Is it bye-bye to American heavyweights? Is Deontay Wilder the last great, you'll pardon the expression, black hope?
Yeah, he said that, y'all. He said that. He said that. He said that. There you go. How you feel? Y'all all right? How y'all feel? But it ain't about race, though. Why would he say that? Why would he say that? What brought that about? Tell me. Tell me what brought that about. Tell me what brought that about. Please, explain to me. What was that? Anybody? Tell me what that's about. Yeah, Thomas, they shut me down because of my meme. It says I violated gun policy, but if you put firearms in the YouTube search engine, look what comes up. Look what comes up. You can't tell me that we're not being watched, but I'll deal with that. Don't worry about that. I'm good. But please explain to me, what the fuck was he talking about just now? What was that? But it's not about race. We always talking about race, right? No, he didn't. No, LeBron, he didn't. He didn't. And guess what? Right now, to his right, Sean Porter is sitting next to him smiling with all 84 of his teeth out his mouth. This was the night I looked at Sean Porter like a different person, like, yo, bro, Did your dad put you up on game? Did your dad put you up on game? Did your dad tell you about this guy? You knuckle dragger? He's sitting there smiling with all his teeth out his mouth. All of it. I had to come home confused, like, what the fuck was wrong with Deontay that night? Why he look high? Getting thrown all around the ring, dents in his head, flesh gored from his ear. I'm like, yo, hold on, what the fuck was that? And then I had to come home and hear this. I had to hear this. But it's always about race, right? It's always about race with us. It's always us. We always talking about race. Tell me what this was. Oh, yeah, no. Y'all gonna hear it again. I'm gonna let y'all hear it again.
That's what Tyson Fury sang after the fight. Is it bye-bye to American heavyweights? Was Deontay Wilder the last great, if you'll pardon the expression, black hope? Because most of the great heavyweight champions of the 20th century were black guys who came out of the South.
He was very specific, wasn't he? And saying, I know they shut me down on the other channel. That's why I got 3 running at the same time, brother. I know. That's why I tell everybody, go to my other channels and subscribe. That's why I tell them. That's why I tell them. That's why I tell them. This is why. Because this is what they do to us. This is what they do to us. Now, they said I violated some sort of a weird community standard in reference to firearms. Meanwhile, if you put firearms in the YouTube search engine, look at what comes up. But look at the people firing those guns. They don't look like us. But anyway, let me get back on topic. Because Miguel and his boyfriend, his butt buddy boyfriend, they think they're winning. They're not. All they did was strengthen my case. One more thing to add into the stockpile. You're not stopping me. That's why I tell y'all, the numbers are on our side. When I tell you to subscribe to all of our channels, they can't stop us. They cannot. They cannot. Subscribe to all of our channels. Follow us on all of our platforms if you like our content. That's it. That's why I tell y'all this. Let's get Bear Cave up to, I got 4, how many subs I got on Bear Cave? I got 420 subscribers. Let's push Bear Cave Entertainment up to 500. Coach Hudson got 478 subs. Let's push him up to 500. That's the halfway point. Let's go. Let's work. Because anything that black people do, and this is all relevant, y'all, anything that we do wherever we go, we make it great. These platforms wasn't meant for us. These platforms were not meant for us. Yes, I did, Stormy. I did. Got to be careful. But it's Han Solo, though. It's Han Solo. But if you put firearms in the YouTube search engine, look at what comes up and look at the color of the people busting those guns. Look at them. I did a meme that is imaginary. Totally relevant to the goddamn topic today. And I'm in violation. But all of those crackers busting those guns. And mind you, they stopped my channel, but at the same time, both of my other channels are functioning? How? That means all 3 of my channels should have been hit at the same time, right? at the same time. Go subscribe to Mr. Shelton. He's 450. Let's push him to 500. We get thousands of views daily. There's no reason why everybody shouldn't be where they want to be. Calling me know I'm live. Oh, he might not know I'm live. Exactly. There you go. So anyway, back to the smoke. He was very specific, black and from the South. How many times I told y'all? How many times I told y'all, this dude, I don't recall him respecting any black champion at all. He always hit them with the hard questions. He always, I don't mind hard questions, but he always, when he spoke to them, his form of questioning always left doubt. I remember how salute BZ. I remember how he used to talk to Larry Holmes. I remember how he used to talk to Bernard Hopkins. Yeah, you did good, but what about this guy? What about that guy? I remember that. When Floyd Mayweather Jr. was a top-ranked Toby, he showed him a lot of respect until Floyd Mayweather connected with Al Heyman and they got the hell out of Dodge. Then he started talking to him crazy. He started talking to him crazy. Listen to what this clown said again. I need you to pay attention to what he said. Listen to what he said again. Listen carefully.
Is it bye-bye to American heavyweights? Is Deontay Wilder the last great, you'll pardon the expression, black hope? Because most of the great heavyweight champions of the 20th century were black guys who came out of the South.
Wow. He's not smiling when he said that. Crazy, right? See? You're looking at the face of a demon.
Is that storyline still a story? We'll find out when the rematch happens.
The rematch happened and Deontay was robbed again. Again. You know why I'm playing this video? I'll tell you. This shit happened on the PBC's watch. Tay, good morning. This shit happened on the PBC's watch. This happened on the PBC's watch. What was done to Deontay happened on the PBC's watch. I was completely confused after this broadcast. I didn't know I was like, wait a minute. And it was with this broadcast I understood. I said, wait a minute, hold on a minute, man. Look, shout out to Al Heyman. It was in me to defend this brother against the evils. It was in all of us to defend that brother against the evils. It was in us to do that. And then I saw this. I said, who let this dude in and for him to sit on the couch and dirty it up? Who let the hobo in? Who let him in? Snoop, what up? Noah, what up? Y'all share this video. Y'all share this video. Who let the hobo in to sit on the couch and dirty it up? Who did that? It's bigger than us. It's bigger than us. This is what I'm saying. It's bigger than us. It is us. It is us. It's always been about us. It's always been about us. The focus has always been on us. Y'all think I'm bullshitting? Watch this. When we pointed out all the discrepancies, that's from Ellie Seckback. He was quoting Eddie Reynoso. African-American fighters difficult to fight. Reynoso on Valdez versus Stevenson. Reporting. I didn't make that up. Eddie Reynoso said that. When Shakur obliterated Oscar Valdez. Go to his channel and put this title in. That's an actual video. I said, look at this. Eddie Reynoso said that. You know, isn't that a little different from what what's his name said? Fable Sanchez. We're not exciting. We fight in a style that's less appealing. So when I see Shakur outboxing Edwin De Los Santos, I'm like, all right, that's Edwin's problem. He has to cut off the ring and put him in a triangle and try and bang up Shakur. He couldn't do it. That's not Shakur's fault. That's not Shakur's fault. It's boxing, right? Y'all said the Floyd Money Mayweather era was boring. I read Oscar say that. Boring, right? It's boring. Terrific. Just fine. You get Deontay Wilder, who's undersized as far as weight is concerned, and he got the power of God in that right hand, and he's exciting to watch. And y'all tear him up for not having an elite level of boxing skill on a championship level. But then you see Eddie Reynoso say this. What is this? Y'all want more evidence? Okay, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Look at that. Some clown named Casual Boxing Fan says, black fans always complaining, go start a Negro League or something. Well, funny you should say that. But hey, Stormy, I'm going to save that conversation when me and you get on the panel, though. Remember this slide. Because me and Stormy going to cook on that. This exact top. Go start a Negro League or something. Casual Boxing Fan, indeed. Indeed. Casual Boxing Fan, indeed. You ignorant casual. You ignorant bootlicking casual. But they'll gladly feed you this, though, right? WBA, WBC, WBO, lightweight world champion. You see that record? They said Loma was 14 wins, no losses, and 10 KOs. 14 wins, no losses, and 10 knockouts. Wait a minute.
Unified, undefeated. Unified, undefeated.
What?
Undefeated.
What?
Undefeated.
What?
Undefeated.
What?
Undefeated.
What?
Undefeated.
What the hell is even that?
I don't know who that dude is, but that was way after he lost to Salido in his second pro fight. You see that? You see why I don't argue with people online? That'll be the dude. I don't know, homie, but that would be the dude. That would be the dude in your chats going hard. That's the Mag 7 life for the world. Niggas like that. WBA, racist. WBC, racist. WBO, top rank, racist. And they're telling the world this dude is 14-0 and 10 knockouts. And they did this twice. I took a picture of this with my phone off the TV. I was like, whoa, 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 what's that? Hell no. Exactly. 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 What, y'all wanna shout out Larry Merchant? Y'all wanna shout him out? You cats have no clue. But that's okay, because I got a lot of more. Got a lot of more. Now, y'all might not remember, but I do. The PBC, they showed me who they were that night, because I knew something was wrong, and I couldn't put my finger on it, but I knew something was wrong. And then that's when I started getting information behind the scenes. And I said, wait a minute. It's not beyond the scope of reason, because Tyson Fury has a track record of doing things like that. That predates his rivalry with Deontay Wilder. And I said, well, how's he getting this off? And then we found out about a guy named Daniel Kinahan. Shout out to Art Hostage. He came on this panel several times and told us about the whole thing. I was like, wait a minute. This guy is a criminal. This guy is a criminal. How on earth? How on earth is this guy allowed to move and shake in boxing? Because boxing is corrupt. Boxing is corrupt. But I'm going to read you something. Let me pull this up. Hold on. Let me pull this up for y'all. Because I found this real rich. Y'all gonna love this. This is funny as hell. WBC Prez responds to backlash over Kinahan meet. Talks Fury and White. Art Hostage is doing his thing, man. He got down on those clowns in the UK so bad They seized his computers and he had to go to court. You know about that? That really happened. He was on their arse. But I want you to remember this. On the right, that's Daniel Kinahan. In the middle, I don't know who that is. And on the left, that's Mauricio Silliman. WBC President Mauricio Silliman has vowed to continue to take people at face value after he was pictured with influential boxing advisor Daniel Kinahan in Dubai. Silliman was photographed with Kinahan and boxing promoter Ahmet Honor, that's the guy in the middle, recently, and said he has no interest in the Irishman's background and alleged links in organized crime. Kinahan has long been declared a person of interest in probes by the Garda National Drugs and Organized Crime Bureau. Now, let me ask y'all a question. If you was hanging out with a dude, right, and your people tell you, hey, man, I don't know what that pop-up was. And they say, hey, man, this dude, he beats women, he sells drugs. He had a whole drug line in the South. He got various warrants. And you play ball with him every Friday. I don't think you need to be around him. Now, I'll tell you that, and several other people tell you the same thing, and none of these people know each other, but they're telling you the same thing. Yo, you need to watch that guy, man. You need to watch that guy. What are you going to do? I know me personally, I'm like, all these people tell me the same thing, and none of these people know each other? Hold on, man. I might want to limit when I play ball with them on Saturdays because a bullet might fly. Now, let me give you exact words that Mauricio Silliman used. I'm going to give you the exact words he used. You ready? This is what he did. This is what he said. Listen to this shit. Listen to this shit. Quote, I am the president of the WBC. I am not Interpol or the police or someone who has to have a prejudice. A prejudice. He is giving a white Irish mobster more. He's giving, wait a minute. This is comical. This is a quote, y'all. He's given in a white Irish mobster more courtesy than he gave Deontay Wilder when the world said, hey, go check those gloves, man. When I talked about extending courtesy, when I talked about that, he extended courtesy to a guy that was linked to organized crime. Even if you're not sure, just because he came through throwing money around and it flew you out to Dubai, probably got you some bitches, you still got to do some background checks on this guy. But I know he got the complexion for the protection. Prejudice, this is what he said. Someone who has to, look, I am not Interpol or the police, or someone who has to have a prejudice. A prejudice? So now the world is prejudiced against him? Suleiman said that to boxing.com. I went on a trip. I had numerous meetings with a large number of people in groups, and I was very happy with what I saw with the promotions and great future that Dubai and the Middle East has with boxing. But regarding Daniel, I can't say anything bad about him. I have been with so many people all over the world, and I am not one to judge any one person. All I see is him representing fighters and doing the best for them. So I'm not interested in any conflict or what people try to say. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? That's Mauricio Silliman. Y'all hear that? 2 weeks later, or a week later from this date, the United States hits him in the head with a $5 million bounty on his head. Now, don't fucking tell me. You know, he sounds like a broad, don't he? How many drug dealers y'all saw? If y'all ever, I don't know where y'all live. You ever seen them? They drive these nice cars. You ever see them in the seat with an ugly chick? No. Those chicks know what's going on. Those chicks could say when the car gets pulled over and they got guns and drugs in the trunk or whatever they have you, the girl could say, oh, well, he just picked me up. I was going on a date. I know. Really, Ma? You ain't know he was doing nothing. So he's 25 years old. He got an $80,000 car. He's not a professional athlete. This neighborhood fucked up. And he lived in the same neighborhood that you live in. He driving his car. You gonna assume that he wasn't up to nothing? You don't know nothing, right? But watch this. You going down with him. You're not going down on him no more, but you're going down with him. In concert. Sound familiar? Now here's my question. He extended all this courtesy. He extended all this courtesy to Daniel Kinahan. And after Wilder Fury 2, he accused us of trying to ruin a historical night of boxing. And Tyson Fury is Daniel Kinahan's man. Is this making sense now? And he said he wasn't interested in what people were trying to say, right? Well, that's interesting. Because this was a week later. Let's read this as a family. WBC president says he made an innocent mistake, and they put that in quotes, meeting Kinahan. Mexico City, Mexico. The president of the WBC has acknowledged making an innocent mistake. You're not innocent, you jacket, you fucking jerk. You're not innocent. There's nothing innocent about you. By meeting with promoter who fronts an Irish organized crime gang that has been targeted with sanctions by the American government. Mauricio Silliman attended a boxing event in Dubai last month. He wasn't the only one. Bob Arum was down there too. Bob Arum was down there too. A lot of these assholes was down there. You know who else was down there? This jerk, Rick Glasser. Hashtag boxing. I lost some followers today because of my support for Daniel Kinahan's presence in boxing. And I will continue to support all those that are assets to the betterment of the sport and business of professional hashtag boxing. And no, he spelled the wrong no. This tweet is not getting deleted. That was April 12th of 2022. This motherfucker. A week later, Daniel Kinahan goes on a run, a $5 million bounty put on his head. Bob Arum says, F that, I'm cooperating. And now this fool is talking about I made a mistake. Did this guy, Rick Glasser, follow up with this tweet? He said it's not getting deleted. And y'all on Twitter, y'all go put in @RickGlasser1 and go to this date and see if it's still up. Because he said it's not getting deleted. I'm just curious. Mauricio Silliman attended a boxing event in Dubai last month and was depicted alongside Daniel Kinahan, one of the leaders of the gang, for whom a reward of $5 million was offered by the U.S. Treasury Department for information that will lead to its destruction or arrest or conviction. Scroll down here, it says, I made an innocent mistake. Due to absolute ignorance of this situation. Suleiman said, in this way, I confirm that the World Boxing Council and all its members absolutely reject any action that is detrimental to human beings and will continue to always in total compliance with the laws of all countries in the world. Shut up. Shut up. After magically Wilder Fury 2, magically. If you think that this dude didn't know what he was getting into, he thought that that white guy would get away with it. I'm in Dubai with the UEI or UIE, whatever it is they got going on down there. This guy has this empire. He's hiding out down here. Nah, I'm going to get me some of this. You going to get some of this, right? But you don't want to work with Turkey al-Sheikh? You think he's trying to bankrupt you? No, he got real money. It's legal. And he can legitimately kill you, kill your business. That's why you're mad. And what do we have to look forward to? Mauricio Sillyman, what? Franchise statuses? Silver champions? Conor Ben getting elevated and being a mandatory for Ryan Garcia and Barrios winner? That's what we got to look forward to. The WBC can die. They can die. Franchise? Do I have to review what the fuck that is? The duck belt. That's what it is. Y'all have more smoke for Lomachenko and Devin Haney. Y'all have more smoke for Devin Haney getting Lomachenko's belt because he refused to fight him. Y'all call him King Dev, an email champion. Y'all had no smoke for the WBC and Lomachenko, though, for causing all of that. This fool says in the statement, large number of social responsibility campaigns undertaken by the WBC focus on prevention and awareness of dangers of drug use. You asshole. You up the allowable levels of clenbuterol. For who? Canelo, right? Which is why people are triggered over this Osterine thing with Subriel Matias. Now, I know there's a number there, and he was way below the number. But you know what? People are still sensitive. And I'll say this. I don't know what the fuck Osterine is doing in his system anyway. It's not in my system, and I work out every day. What is Osterine doing in your system? I don't care if it's an allowable level of 0.8, and he was 0.6. There is 0. nothing of Osterine in my system. Why is it in his system, man? Why? This sport is screwed up as it is. Why is Ryan Garcia running his mouth now? Oh, I'm sorry. He hasn't been enrolled in random testing since what, May? Now he talking crazy now, right? Now he's talking again. This is the same asshole when we asked him about Alejandro Hermanez. We said, hey, man, was she tested? He told us, shut up. We're bullying her because she's gay. We said, no, it's obvious she's gay. Her wife is right there. We just asked when she was tested, man. He pretty much told us to get off her dick. And that was the problem. She was trying to grow a dick. She was going through a hormonal change. She was on hormones. So scientifically, Franchon Cruz was in the ring with a man. Now, Joseph, they said I was waving guns on the other channel. I had a meme with someone shooting at the PBC at a gun range. It wasn't no gangster shit. It was a white man at a gun range with headphones on. And he was shooting at targets, and one of the targets had the PBC logo in it. The other target had the WBC logo on it, and he was shooting at it. And YouTube said I was in violation of community standards. Meanwhile, if you put firearms in the YouTube search engine, nothing but gun channels come up. So they stopped my boxing channel, but my other two channels that was running concurrently at the same time, I'm still up. That's what they did. And that's just fine. You idiots. You just added to the lawsuit. You idiots. You dummies. No, Joseph, it's fine. 2025 has been real truth telling. I'm glad they did that. Because it'd have been different if all of my channels stopped at the same time. They didn't. That's how I'm telling you. And they just sent me an email. They use a combination of AI and manual review. AI and manual review. But 88 on those gun channels, who's busting those guns? White people, right? White people. Okay. They done told on themselves. It's really difficult when we start revealing the race issue in this. It's really difficult for them to back down from it. That's when they're going to start reaching out for settlements. How much to make this go away? No, I'm not. No. This is not going away. This is not going away. It's not going away. This is not going away. Because I'm not the only black content creator that they're doing this to. And it's not only in the boxing realm, because I've reached out to a lot of people. Whether it be to entertain, like comic books, movies, computers. I noticed that the people complaining the most about the algorithms and notifications not going out, they're black. And I've reached out to them via email. And they don't know nothing about boxing. And I've explained what's been going on with us. They'll be like, well, that sounds very familiar. Where are you from? Kentucky. What color are you? Black? Yeah, I know. Where are you from? Idaho. What color are you? Black. Yeah, I know. Where you from? Seattle, Washington. What color are you? Black. I don't know nothing about no boxing, but the same thing. Same thing. Now, how you fathom that? I rock salute. How do you fathom that? Yep. Black community ain't got no leaders, but we do got a lot of loudmouths, right? Use what we got at our disposal. We're going to use them for what they're for. And by the time I start getting emails, you'll look, how much to make this go away and not mention it again? Nah, bro. This is bigger than me. You're not going to shut me up with a check. I promise you. You're going to cut a check, but you ain't going to shut me up. Cut me a check. Cut my comrades a check. And I want a list of names of who you put in charge. Who programmed. One Round with George. Salute, man. Go subscribe to my brother, One Round with George. Jersey in the building. George will tell you. He used to work for HBO. That's him with Emmanuel Stewart right there in the avatar. George will tell you. Larry Merchant is an asshole. Go subscribe to One Round with George. Anyway. He said, focused on the prevention and awareness of dangers of drugs. But Tyson Fury was his WBC champion. Drug addict, friends with a drug dealer, guns dealer, human trafficker, all of that stuff. They said Dan Buchanan was involved in. And he was in bed with all of that. He was in bed with all of that. Right? Alejandro Jimenez was drugged up, juiced up, and he told us to shut up. I said, look, man, we don't care if she's gay. I'm just asking you if she's tested. She look like she doesn't miss Shoulders Day with me. Shoulders every day. I was like, that's a big bitch. What we doing here? She pops and then what? Did he apologize to the people that questioned him? Or her? I told his stupid ass, hey man, Fury's gloves are in Sugar Hill's house. He didn't do shit. What was his comments on the Reynoso gym? His thoughts on the Reynoso gym? Anything? Anything about the Reynoso gym? Anything? I thought not. Oscar Valpez. What was his thoughts on Oscar Valpez? It was iced tea. That's brisk, baby. It was iced tea. No, it wasn't. Shakur still kicked his ass. How's he awarded? A whole fucking statue in his hometown in Mexico. Awesome stuff, right? But back to Ricky Hatton. How is this allowed? Why didn't Al Heyman take a stand and say, hey, man, Do y'all know that prior to Turkey Al Sheikh, Al Heyman was in a serious position of power? Black people, you know, we got to stop being fair about things. We got to stop being fair. This is not a fucking, this is not a fair world. Shelton said this statue is in Arizona. I don't give a, you know what? I don't even care. I thought it was in Mexico. We ain't got to be fair on anything. Whenever these white folk or Latinos, when they get in positions of power, they look out for their people. They're supposed to. Why the fuck do we got to be fair all the time? Why every time I turn around and see these niggas running around here, well, I just watching boxing, bro. So I just, you know, forget the rest thing. I'm just watching boxing. I'm just, man, shut up, bro. I watch boxing too. But when I was trying to talk about boxing in the early days of YouTube, I was getting called a nigga and my face wasn't even on a goddamn avatar. I'm like, huh? What? Oh, wait a minute. I'm picking this black guy over this Filipino. I'm picking this black guy over this Mexican. This black guy over this Puerto Rican. So I gotta be black, right? Sports has always been about tribalism. It's always been about race. Look at this fucking statue. And I'm not supposed to get offended by this? Pull me glove up, right? I'm supposed to RIP him? No. You assisted in this bullshit. Glove flying off his hands. I'm like, that's not normal. If his glove was sliding off, it was the referee's job to say timeout, fix that, put some tape on that, make sure the hand's all the way in the glove. How'd this even happen? Gloves don't just slide off like that. They, look, that don't happen. Look at how it's bending. That doesn't happen. Is Deontay glove looking like that? No, his glove was not on. His fist was in the goddamn wrist. Look. That's his knuckle in the wrist. That's a cause for stop of action and fix your equipment. But that's not the first time he's done this. Remember he detached his thumb and they stopped the action, the ref caught it? Remember that? All this happened on the PBC's watch, Al. And we defended Al. We supported Al. There was an organized effort to get Al Heyman out of business. They were really hating on him. They tried to sue him for violating the Muhammad Ali Act and all that. And we was in here. We was special teams prevent. We were goal line defense for Al Heyman. We were. And then the Bud and Errol Spence situation happened. Now, I didn't like Bud articulating for himself. I never like it when fighters articulate for themselves because they could say something and it could sound really bad. It could mean well and it could sound real bad, and I didn't like that. But he did say something that made my antennas go up. When he said, Al told me, I'm not letting anyone near this fight. I was like, wait a minute, what? And I believe him. I believe Bud. I really did. I really do. I believe him. I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? What does he mean? What does he mean? I'm not letting anyone near this fight. Make the goddamn fight. There was money in it. I mean, Bud wasn't budgeting on the 60-40. I felt that he should have, but whatever. I did think, I'm like, why didn't Al come up with the extra money to foot the bill for it? Give Bud what he wants. I mean, Errol says 60-40, but at the end of the day, Al could have reached out to somebody and got Bud what he wanted. But he told Bud, I'm not letting anyone near this fight. And my antennas went up. I said, why the fuck? And then it dawned on me. This is business. He ain't on some pro-black shit. And let me be clear to the non-blacks. Just because you pro-black don't mean you're anti everything else. That's not what we're saying. But you would agree, in this atmosphere of the world, black people, we gotta protect ourselves. That don't mean we gotta hate everybody, but we have to be cognizant of who we deal with, even each other. And this is a case in point. I'm like, man. So let me see. Bud and Errol wasn't gonna happen unless Errol, which he eventually did, made it happen. Errol made it happen. Then he grabs a mic and starts talking about sanctioning fees. Remember that? I was standing right there. It was in New York. He started talking about sanctioning fees. I said, whoa, this ain't on the script. I said, man, Errol's different. He started talking about some other shit. So I said, let me see. He's talking about sanctioning fees. Errol had to step outside of the PBC to make the fight. Shout out to Errol and shout out to Bud. They made that happen. Smoke, what up? Smoke and talk. They made that happen. True Boxing Night. If I miss y'all in the chat, know that I love you. I'm cooking right now. They made that happen. So wait a minute. They made that happen. I had nothing to do with it. Errol's talking about sanctioning fees under who? The WBC. I'm like, wait a minute. Something ain't right. Something is not right. Al Heyman could have did something very similar to what Turkey was doing. He refused. Let me talk to the Tank fans for a minute. I'm just going to ask you a question. How much money was Canelo paid to work with the PBC? From what I heard, it was on the upside of 70 million. 70 million. And I think he fought non-PBC fighters, if I'm not mistaken. They paid him 70 million in 2024 to, non-PBC fighters he was fighting, right? Drew, why are you talking to the Tank fans? I'm making a point. Drew, you always hating on Tank. No, that's tomorrow. Monkey Tuesday. Tank Davis will get special attention tomorrow. But I'm making a point. PBC paid him about 70 mil, right? Let me ask the Tank fans a question. Y'all ever wondered how the hell and why the hell did Al Heyman make arrangements to PBC to bring Canelo over there for $70 million, if that was the number? Meanwhile, Tank Davis, your cash cow, your golden goose, was there the whole time. Here's the part why I ask you, because I know y'all are in here talking about, oh, you wrong, you wrong, you wrong. Well, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. They paid this cat $70 million. Tank was there the whole time. This is the part where y'all talk about that new deal. The new deal, remember? 7-fight deal, remember that? Was Tank lying or was Tank lied to? Let's go with Tank was lied to. Let's go with that. You want to go with that? Cool. I'm cool. Let's go with that. Tank was lied to. Let's go with that. Who lied to him? Al Heyman in the PBC. Al Heyman in the PBC lied to him. Let's go with that. Now what? So Al Heyman in the PBC lied to that poor kid from Baltimore. But Canelo came through and they threw $70 million at him, and without the promise of David Benavidez. He drained the swamp and he moved on. And y'all had Tank there the whole time. So when I say the PBC and the WBC, it's time to lay them down, this is what I'm talking about. You see, Tank fans, Tank fanatics, everything I said was the truth. So whether you like it or not, you agree with me. When they did that with Canelo, the first thing I said was, well, what about Tank? Oh, he got that 7-fight deal. I never questioned the deal. I said, that's great. I hope Shakur's on it. I hope Devin's on it. I hope Teofimo's on it. Remember when I said that? I don't care who the 7 fights are. Those 3 names, as long as he's fighting those guys, I'm good. 7-fight deal, I just want those 3 names on there. I don't care what Tank do after that, but those 3 names gotta be there. What was we about to get? Jake Paul. But I'm a hater though, right? I'm a hater though, right? I calmly just explained this to you. Calmly. I calmly just explained this to you. Tank was lied to. Let's talk about that. Tank ain't make that up. He's too stupid. He just got a phone call, man, 7-fight deal, unheard of money. It's more money than Floyd made. You're doing good, Tank, just 7-fight deal. That's when they asked him, who do you want to fight? He said, whoever you name. Matter of fact, I'll just play the video for y'all. A lot of y'all, yo, Drew, you be lying.
You say before you retire, you want to fight Devin and Shakur. Is that still the plan?
I never said that. When I said that? I never said that. But I would for sure. But I never said before I retire I want to fight them too. I never said that. You said
new deal, 7-fight deal, which is music to the ears of many boxing fans. Get to see you in action for several more years. What type of names are we talking about on those 7 names?
Whoever you name, they could be in it.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that? 7-fight deal. Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez. I didn't care. Well, I didn't give a shit about Ryan Garcia, but he had to fight at least 3 of those guys. Here come Canelo, 70 mil, boom, boom, boom. And you best believe Canelo got his money up front. You know what the most money that Tank ever made up front? $5 million. If I'm wrong, let me know. The rest of the money off of the Ryan Garcia fight was back-end money, and he ended up with about $30 million. That was back-end money. That was back-end money, but up front, it was 5. Canelo came through, fuck that, man. 70 million, and they gave it to him. Hey, fight Benavidez. Nope. All he has to add is an extra 50 pounds or 20 pounds. He said, whatever. He said, extra 20 pounds on fight night. He didn't do it. Nobody said anything, and he moved on. They cut him a check, and he moved on. Here's my question, Tank fans. How come Tank Davis didn't get extended that same courtesy? Now, I know niggas like Mag 7 will come in here and start stuttering all over the place, talking bullshit, but they won't answer the question. Why did Al Heyman and the PBC see more value in Canelo Alvarez than Tank Davis? Your thoughts, Mag? You want to defend the PBC? Be my guest. I'm done with these niggas. And I was low-key done with them when they put Larry Merchant on that couch. And he said what he said, and he was very specific, and he was intentional with his thoughts. He was very intentional. Is this the last we've seen of the great black, and no offense, black hope? Normally, black champions came from the South. The South. Nah, Des, Mag is retarded. Mag's retarded. And he's a grifter. He don't, he ain't real. What we do here is very important. All I tell people to do is follow. Because I'm giving out information. I'm giving out information, real information. And they can't stop it. No matter how hard they try, they can't stop it. Anything I do, I'll just re-upload it. The WBC never had black fighters' interest in their mind, ever. They never did. They never did. They're liars. By now, y'all heard about all this bullshit with the Mauricio really fucked up when he said Bud is at 300,000. It really wasn't 300,000. It was more than that. He's not contributing to this fund that's supposed to help fighters in need. Y'all saw the fallout from that. Y'all saw the fallout from that, right? People started pulling up receipts. Blue Blood, my brother Town Biz, they started pulling up receipts. What fund? I want every WBC retired fighter, everyone that's held that belt, y'all need to all come forth and say, well, if y'all can come forth, because a lot of these fighters are fucked up that y'all don't know about. Ask them, yo, what fund? What are they talking about? I ain't getting no money. I ain't get $5. What fund? I ain't see one doctor. I ain't have one doctor's appointment that they paid for. What fund? What are they talking about? Y'all saw the fallout. Would you believe Mauricio Sillyman, who was running around with Daniel Kinahan and told us to shut up about it? Would you believe Mauricio Sillyman, who, when Rio Togo cheated Labarbi and they caught the skinning of the gloves, the next day, those gloves was on his desk, but when we asked him to extend the same courtesy to Deontay Wilder, he didn't even do it. He just told us to shut up. We was just trying to ruin a historical moment in boxing. You gonna believe that guy? Running around in Dubai with a cartel leader? You gonna believe that guy? Franchise status, silver champions. Bud, pay us our money. And more on that. Y'all do know that they threatened Bud, right? Right there on stage. It went right over y'all head. See, some of y'all are very young. That shit went over y'all head. But I heard what they said on that stage, and I'm going to address that later in the week. And I was listening to it. I said, hold on. They just threatened him. So I'm talking to Stormy, and he heard what I heard. That's how I know I'm not bugging. I'm not that old, but I'm not that young. I know I'm not bugging. They threatened that man. That was a threat. It hurt his heart that Bud schooled Canelo. It hurt everyone's heart. Y'all motherfuckers want him to fight Bud again for y'all. Canelo don't want that smoke. I didn't hear him say anything. That hurt y'all feelings. He bust Canelo's ass. And he had to tell y'all, just accept it. That's what he said. You got that bastard Ellie Seckbeck. Oh, I scored the fake for you. I think you won. You gonna listen to him? The same guy when they said, hey man, all this talk about the Tank Davis and Devin Haney sparring, Ellie, you was there and you recorded it. Put out the video. Do you know what his response was? I'm not putting out that video because of my loyalty to Tank Davis. Reporting. That's what he said. Well, not the reporting part. I just threw that in there to be a dick. But that's what he said. I said, wait. They was like, yo, Ellie, you was there. You saw it. You was there. Put the video out. That's it. Put it out on your channel. It's your footage. And he said, I'm not putting it out because of my loyalty to Tank Davis. What does that mean? And he don't like Bill, and he don't like Dev. And they're Muslim, and he's Jewish. So there's something there. But if Dev got knocked on his ass, you know that video would have been out that day. When everyone started fussing about it online, it would have been out that day. Why ain't put it out? And those are the people that y'all listen to? He think Canelo won. He said Devin was going to get knocked out by Regis Prograis. Go look at his receipts. He said that. He said that. He's supposed to be an unbiased boxing outlet. But I've heard his work, and I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Salute, Junior. Unbiased? No, he's a gopher. Go for this, go for that. Whichever direction the wind blows. Except when it blows into the direction of a black fighter. Now, he did fuck with Deontay. But what else was there to fuck with? Remind me, did he fuck with Deontay to the point where he thoroughly investigated the Tyson Fury thing? Or did he just back off of that after Deontay, quote unquote, lost? This is why we have trust issues, ladies and gentlemen. This is why. This is why. I watch the sport, and I support fighters that are doing right by the sport. I'm not a fan because of what they wear or how they style their hair. No, 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 no. You think you're the best? Get in that damn ring and show me. Respect the road travel if you're trying to fight the best. And all I see is obstacles erected in front of you. Eddie Hearn, Daniel Kinahan, Bob Arum. And then y'all got all these motherfuckers that been doing this shit for years. Y'all got the nerve to get mad at Turki Al-Sheikh? Nope. Nope. What Bud did was historical. What Bud Crawford did was historical. We got to protect our brother. And I hope that brother understands that he's going to need some protection. He might not see it. You did a good thing, but it's not going to end there. These people are demons. They're vindictive. And even if you retire, they're going to do everything to get their lick back from you. They're going to get it back. This is a dirtbag business. It's not just a sport where you train for 4 or 5 months and then you get in the ring and you fight. No, you're fighting judges, you're fighting referees, you're fighting racist fanatics. They will poison your water, poison your food, poison your family. Xavier, what up? This is what we deal with. This is a scumbag business. That's why we salute guys like Errol Spence. He stepped outside of the shadow of the PBC. Said, man, I'm making this fight. I salute Devin Haney and Bill Haney. They worked on their own and caught the eye of Turki Al-Sheikh. That's why they don't have the same issues that the rest of these idiots have. Devin could walk away from the game right now and said, you know what, this is getting too crazy. I'm out there. I quit this bitch. The boxing world didn't fathom a man like Turki Al-Sheikh coming into it with endless pockets and actually can get things done because he's trying to do something for his country. And he's falling under attack. Oh, he's losing money. He's fucking Saudi. What do you mean he's losing money? He has the money to burn. But make no mistake about it, he's trying to make Saudi a mecca for all sports and entertainment. That's what he wants to do. So he's going to blow money now, but he looks to make a profit in the next 4 to 5 years. That's business, stupid. Y'all don't even understand how this works. The average business is in the red for the first 4 to 5 years. Junior understands that. How many of y'all are business owners? Do you understand that? You're going to be in the red. It's past that 5th or 6th year. If you're still in the red, you might have a problem. You think they just got in here and just did it? No, they have a plan. They sat down, and while we was fussing over the last decade, they were planning. They were watching the landscape and saying, okay, we got $1 billion here. We're watching these rankings. We're looking at online. We're seeing people complain. We're seeing what fights are not being made that should have been made. And one of those fights was Bivol and Beterbiev. There's no excuse why those guys didn't fight 6 years ago. But sanctioning bodies and promotional companies, this is my prize pig. This is my prize pig over here. We're going to keep it separated because there's more money and their fan base is fighting over them. There's more money in speculation. There's more money in putting these guys in the ring with people that they're going to beat. And at the end of the fight, they're talking about, oh, I want to fight him. I want to fight him. I want to fight him. And we don't let the fight marinate. And got YouTubers talking like they're in the camps. Oh, that fight's not ready yet. Man, shut up. Turki said it's time to strike. And when they stroked, they was like, whoa, we're on the 3rd fight with Beterbiev and Bivol. That would have never have happened. That would have never have happened. We went from not having that fight to now we're going on the 3rd fight. If there was no Turki Al-Sheikh, would have never got Bud versus Canelo. It'd have been all speculation. Oh, well, Canelo would have beat him. He's too big. They threw money at Canelo, and he's such a coward. We'll never get him versus Benavidez. Never. Hell, Turki tried to get Tank versus Devin. Who said no? Tank. Where's the lie? So Turkey came in there throwing bread around. He's trying to get shit done. But what he's doing right now is he's leaving an impression. WBC don't want to work with the WBO. WBO don't want to work with the IBF. The IBF don't want to work with the WBA. Turkey said, I'll talk to the fighters. You're a champion. You're a champion. How does 15 million a piece sound to you? And you'll be looking at two champions who are nice with it, but their highest payday was $2 million. That they had to pay their camps and their gyms, and they walked away with really about 900,000 when everybody got paid, and Uncle Sam and everybody else. And here come Turkey. I got 15 million. Where do I sign? And here come the IBF and the other sanctioning bodies. Hey man, if you go down there and y'all guys fight, we taking your belts. Keep your belts. Keep your belts. And I can go over there and fight for the lineal? I can go down to Saudi and fight for one of those belts? I mean, not the lineal, the ring. I can go down there and potentially fight for the ring? No sanctioning fees? And once you're the ring champion, that's it. You're the man. Let me see. Beat my contemporary that for 4 years, everyone online says this is a good fight. We go down there and fight. These sanctioning bodies strip us, but we up 15 million a piece. We might fuck around and get a trilogy. And we get in a position to become the Ring magazine champion with no fees? Making history, fighting the contemporaries? What? Why am I paying these guys? Fuck out of here. These are the games that the sanctioning body's been doing with us. I mean, they've been playing with us the whole time. And what we thought in the PBC, we put too much stock in the PBC. It started out great. But after this Wilder Fury thing, no. They didn't protect the brother. But you see, we viewed him as a brother. They didn't. They didn't. They didn't view him as a brother. He's just another fighter. They did not protect Deontay. They did not. You see, when they got to Saudi, the real Tyson Fury fought in Saudi. The real Tyson Fury fought in Saudi. Getting knocked on his ass by Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou knocked Tyson Fury on his ass, and a lot of people said that Ngannou won. Whatever. Hold on. Whatever. Look, man, they just didn't protect our brother. They didn't protect him. It was never about that. This was business for them. Business. Business. We put too much stock in this guy. Al Heyman, I'm talking about. So he did some good things, but now it's time for him to go. It's time for him to go. Hey, Tank fans, 7-fight deal. Tank ain't make that up. They told him that. Tank was lied to. Now, Tank is a liar. 7-fight deal. Oh, my God. Now, Trip the Ghost has been here. That's why I tell everybody they need to subscribe to all my pages. I got 2 pages. I got 3 pages. But they fucked off my boxing page for a little while. I got 3 pages. Bear Cave Entertainment and Painful Excellence Podcast. This is what I'm going to be for the next probably week or 2. So salute to you. No doubt. Let me wrench you up. I got you. Always got a backup. But they fucked up this morning. And go subscribe to Bear Cave. Somebody put the link to Bear Cave Entertainment and put a link to my Patreon. Appreciate you. Message that says, is Al still alive? I don't know. But he had his time, and it's time for him to go sit down somewhere now. Go rest. Go rest. I understand that this was never a black thing with you. This was a business thing with you. This is a business thing with you. Know what I mean? Fine. You did well, Al. Now go sit down. Go sit down. WBC, I want y'all to die. Seriously. Y'all been robbing fighters for years. Y'all been doing this for years. And I'm sick of y'all. Y'all ain't helping retired fighters. Show me the books. And the PBC and the tail end of things is just fool's gold. Once you told Bud, I'm not letting anyone near. I'm not letting anyone near the Errol Spence fight. I was like, nah, that don't sound right, buddy. That don't sound right. That don't sound right. We tune up, Snoop. None of that sounds right. Oh, look, on Bear Cave, it says I'm at 2,000 watch hours. I appreciate y'all. Let's run the numbers up. I'm at 428. I need to get to 510 over there. On Pep Talk, I need to get to 3,000 subs. Let's get it. Let's work. Because we about to fuck these niggas up. They done fucked up this morning badly. All a bunch of Judases. We read to you what it said. Your content was removed due to violation of community guidelines. We realize you may have not have known this was a violation, so you did not get a warning or a strike. Of course you're not giving me a strike. You can't, idiots. Put firearms in the goddamn search engine in YouTube. All you see is white people with guns. Firing them at a range, which is what my original meme was. You idiots. Oh, man. But anyway, this is why we have multiple channels, y'all. Anyway. I don't know, the haters are masturbating over this right now. Oh, yeah, Drew, he got another strike. I didn't get a strike. I just read it to you, you idiots. What exactly are you celebrating? Are you pro PBC at this current junction? Are you pro PBC? After what they did to Errol, what they did to Deontay, what they did to Tank, what they did to Tank, what they did to Tank, what they did to Tank. Drew, what they do to Tank? Canelo, $70 million? No, no doubt, Earn Journey. That's why I triple cast. And go subscribe to my Patreon. I mean, yeah, go subscribe to my Patreon also. But also go subscribe to my Rumble. Because they don't deal with none of this dumb shit. What they do to Tank? They brought in Canelo for $70 million and lied to Tank about a 7-fight deal with income that was worth more than what Floyd Mayweather made. That's what we were told. So they lied to poor Tanky Wanky. Poor Tank, right? They lied to him. WBC. Wasn't that the, correct me if I'm wrong, Margarito and Miguel Cotto? Was that a WBC thing? Let me look that up. Miguel Cotto. Was that a WBC thing or a WBO thing? I don't recall. It may have been a WBO. But I remember the Manny Pacquiao fight. That was for the WBC Diamond welterweight. It was vacant at that point. That was for the Diamond welterweight. What happened to that belt? Who got that? Who has the WBC Diamond welterweight belt? Who has that? Anyway, that was a fight where Cotto was, he was 140 pound, no. He was a 147-pound champion, and they made him come in. They made him come in at $145 on fight night. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? That's what they did. Ain't that something? These guys are disgusting, bro. These guys are disgusting. These guys are disgusting. And Turkey out of Sheik came through. Turkey out of Sheik came through. And he starts waving money. And all those fighters ran over there. And when they took that picture, who was mad? Tanky Wanky. They all kinds of bitch ass niggas and whatever. No, nigga, you stay right over there with Uncle Al and do your thing over there, partner. You was getting your 7-fight deal and your Amazon deal, and it was all bullshit. You was getting all that money, but you was about to run over there and get $40 million, which is $30 million less than what the PBC arranged to give Canelo Alvarez without the promise of David Benavidez. So he came over there and didn't even agree to fight his contemporary. And you niggas put up with it. Real good. Real good. Oh my God. And you stupid ass Tank fans were so y'all was so in love with arguing with us. And we're like, no, look at what the PBC's doing. Look at what they're doing. Look what they're doing. No, it was us, right? Well, now look. Now look. So it's time to lay the PBC down. They've lied to us. They've betrayed my trust as a supporter. They've betrayed me. And the WBC has always been a bunch of demons and devils. Demons and devils. Ern Jordan, that's a good question. What is the gold belt? Where is it? Oh, wait a minute. Got a better question, y'all. Y'all remember the Bridgerweight champion? I spoke about that a long time ago. Bridgerweight, WBC Bridgerweight. That was in between cruiserweight and heavyweight. There was something called Bridgerweight. What happened to that? Where's that? Lay them down. Lay them down. Lay them down. Done. If y'all still maintain faith in the PBC, in the WBC, you're mistaken. Now, I'm not saying Turkey Al-Sheikh is perfect, but through the years of bullshit from the PBC, who've only been around for a little while in the eyes of boxing, but all of these sanctioning bodies, I'm just focused on these assholes in particular. It's time to let them go. It's time to lay them down and let them go. That's why I put this picture up. Because I don't want you guys to forget, this statue speaks volumes. If Fury was so great, they would have him standing there with his hands on his hips like Superman. To make that statue great, why do you have to show a fallen black man? With fat ass Ricky Hatton standing there. Where's Larry Holmes' statue standing over Jerry Cooney? It wasn't like that, right? What does Deontay Wilder have to do with Tyson Fury's quote-unquote greatness when y'all spent all of Deontay's career telling us that he ain't shit anyway? So this shouldn't be a big of a win anyway, right? Where is this ugly-ass statue anyway? It's fine. Because the truth was revealed in Saudi. Francis Ngannou beat his ass. He lost the boxing match. We beat his ass. Usyk came through and beat his ass 2 times. There was no drugs. You know, God is very petty, right? God is very, very petty. And let me tell you what the potential is. Y'all hearing about this Deontay versus Usyk thing, and I know it's the sexy thing to pick Usyk. Makes sense. I know why you do it. But I'm telling y'all right now, I told y'all this about Bud and Canelo. I say, look, I know the general idea is that, Bud's gonna go in there and do well for about 2 or 3 rounds, and Canelo gonna catch him. I said no, he ain't gonna be able to catch Bud because Canelo got busted wheels, he got shorter arms, he got good upper body movement, but Bud's gonna catch him and outbox him, and he might hurt him. And that's just what happened. It played out just how I said. But I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm telling y'all right now. Deontay Wilder's all wrong for Alexander Usyk. And there's a reason why he didn't fight him. We was waiting for him at the Barclays Center because I wanted to meet him, and he changed his mind about fighting Deontay. He's fighting him now because he thinks shit is sweet. And it's not. It's not. Stylistically, he's all wrong. Deontay Wilder does things that are different from any other heavyweight, and then he has the nerve to have power. He's gonna slip something in on Usyk, and y'all not gonna be liking it, and y'all gonna be confused. I'm not. And I'm telling y'all right now. Nah, Prez, you're wrong on that. I'm telling you right now. Like I said, this is the sexy thing to say. This is what I'm talking about. But I'm telling y'all niggas right now. After he beats Usyk, he will call out Tyson Fury again. And it'll be a different story in Saudi. Because that big coke-sniffing fat motherfucker ain't going to be allowed to juice up. Now, Messenger, nothing's etched in stone yet. Usyk talking right now. He's just talking. But if that fight happens, I'm telling you, I know how this plays out. I know how this plays out. On an even playing field, drug-free, Fury can't do shit. He can't do shit. And a lot of y'all are just on the outside looking in. Y'all on the outside looking in. Press, sit this one out. I promise you. I promise you, you need to sit this one out. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm telling you, young man, you don't. You don't know what you're talking about. You're not looking at boxing how I'm looking at it. And I'm not trying to disrespect you, young man. I'm just saying I'm more of an intellect as it comes to this. You don't know what I know. We were waiting on Usyk to pull up. Usyk went from saying Wilder's the easiest contemporary in the heavyweight division, and then he changed his mind when the opportunity came to fight him. You don't know about that, press. You don't know about that. I do. And when they asked him, what about Wilder? He said, no. They said, why? He said, because. That was his response, and he laughed. Because. No, we don't. Because what? Because what? We were waiting for him in Brooklyn. We thought he was showing up. We were waiting for him in Brooklyn. After he knocked out Robert Helenius, we was waiting for him. We said, well, where's he at? He stopped short in California. Like, why? I thought they were going to do a face-off. What happened? And then when Radio Raccoon asked him, why? Because. Yeah, because. Wilder stylistically is all wrong for him. Y'all keep thinking Deontay's washed. Y'all keep thinking that. Y'all keep thinking that. As a bit of information, nobody ever said Rolly Romero was washed. Nobody ever said that. The man been knocked out twice, and he has a belt right now. Nobody ever said he was washed. He's been knocked out twice, and he got hurt bad against the elder, Barrosa. Nobody ever said he was washed. Those things are reserved for certain fighters that they want to see go away. Thank you, Trip the Ghost. George Foreman. He went down in Africa, almost died against Jimmy Jung, disappeared, and came back a decade later. What started out as a joke led to him being heavyweight champion again. I don't entertain dick blowers, whoever the fuck your name is. So you're gone. I don't entertain dick blowers. Y'all high on Usyk now until he gets punched in his face. The man's weak to the body, and he's running around the heavyweight division exposing the people that don't put in work. Dane Dubois killed himself. Showing up to the event late, partying that day, trying to come in with 70 people. What the fuck was that? Anthony Joshua, been a marketing scheme. We told you he was a marketing scheme. Even when Andy Ruiz whooped his ass, none of his fans said he was done. He came back and got the belts back, right? Did he win that, or did Andy Ruiz eat himself out of that opportunity? Y'all don't factor in the intangibles because y'all don't pay attention. Y'all can't see past what you see on the fucking screen. Y'all buy into the hype. The same people telling me that Wilder's done it, the same people that picked Canelo, some of y'all, the same people that picked Canelo to knock out Bud. And I'm like, nah, bro, no. I don't know what y'all are looking at. I don't know what you're looking at. Thank you, Mind Snusa. Usyk will get clipped and he's going to sleep, bro. He's going to sleep. Don't take my word for it. Just make the fight. Everybody picked AJ over Fury. I mean, yeah, no, they picked AJ over Usyk. And I said, nah, Usyk's too good of a boxer. And AJ ain't got that grit like you think. And after the first fight, he's having a meltdown in the ring, throwing the belts out the ring. I said, what the fuck? What is he doing? Don't take my word for it. I said, look, I don't know what y'all talking about with Fury, man. He's not that good. He's drugged up. He's a cheater. As soon as he goes to fucking Saudi, he gets knocked on his ass by Francis fucking Ngannou. The same Ngannou that fought AJ and got beat. He got knocked unconscious in the second round. Go figure that. Deontay's running around fighting people with injuries. He was dealing with all kinds of shit that y'all don't even know about. But he showed up. It's easy not to think about him now. Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. Why do you think Usyk even called him out? Why would he call him out now? He don't need to. I don't even know where Deontay's ranked right now. I didn't look it up. But why do you think he said his name? Because he thinks shit is sweet. And Usyk is a warrior. And in his heart of hearts, he probably doesn't want to retire without having Deontay on his resume. But if I'm in his camp, I tell him, nah, let that shit go, bro. Because Deontay's all wrong for you. Like I told everybody, I said, you know, Marquez is not right for Manny. He got a draw in the first fight. He got a gift win in the second fight. I told motherfuckers that would listen, he don't need to fight Marquez. After that second fight, he don't need to fight him anymore. Leave Marquez alone, bro. He fought him a third time. Marquez outboxed him, clearly got robbed. I said, okay. Leave him alone. Instead of fighting Floyd, he fought Marquez a fourth time. I said, this is it, bro. I told everybody at my job, I said, nope, this is wrong. He shouldn't be doing this. Oh, you just hate Manny. Blah, blah, blah. You unconditionally love him, and you're going to get this dude killed because you think he could beat the world. All right? Y'all know what my locker room looked like when I went to work that Monday? You'd have thought somebody died. I said, first of all, a bunch of you niggas. I didn't know y'all love Manny Pacquiao like that, you niggas. What's wrong with you niggas? I told y'all to leave it. Y'all should have been protesting this. I told y'all this was going to happen. I said, eventually, he keep fighting this boy. He going to get him. That's one of the worst knockouts of the decade. Do you understand that? You understand that? And by the way, at any point, did anyone say Manny Pacquiao was done? No. No. He came right back and he still fighting. Matter of fact, he ready to jump in the ring again. They were talking about him versus Rolly. Nobody says Manny's done. Right? Anytime Manny gets in the ring with somebody, now he's an old man. They still give him a chance. These things are reserved for certain fighters. And that's bullshit. So salute to Usyk. Go ahead, man. I wouldn't recommend it, but I'll take it. Y'all keep thinking Deontay's sweet. Okay. Okay. He gonna go in there and go upside Usyk's head. Y'all gonna be sitting here confused. I'm gonna be like, well, okay. There's a reason why he didn't fight him 4 years ago. I'm telling y'all that. Matter of fact, you go ahead and pull up the short for you. You said because. I was like, what? What you mean, bro? You not fighting Deontay for what? Because. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. What's that? Yeah, all right. I understand. All this talk about, oh, AJ. AJ never fought him. Why? Because let me find it, because I could show you. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Here we go. Fuck that. Here we go. Pay attention. Pay attention. I ain't got to make nothing up. Radio Raccoon.
Believe at some point you'll fight Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Who do you believe is the more difficult fight for you?
Я думаю, що з Вайлдером.
I think Wilder. Why? Чому?
Because.
Just because.
Just because. Well, I hope we get to find out the answer to both of those questions.
Чому?
Because.
Чому?
Because.
Чому?
Because.
Чому?
Because.
Because Wilder will beat his ass. Prez, I don't care how Wilder looked in his last fight. That's irrelevant. Juan Manuel Marquez knocked out Manny Pacquiao and got in there with Tim Bradley, and Tim Bradley boxed his face in. So what are you telling me? He knocked out Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao knocked Tim Bradley into a somersault. Tim Bradley got in the ring with Marquez and boxed Marquez face in. So what are you saying? I don't care what he looked like in his last fight. Antonio Tarver will beat Roy Jones Jr. every day of the week. But got in there against Bernard Hopkins and he couldn't do nothing with him. So what are you saying? I don't care how you look in your last fight. Some people get up for certain things. There's a reason why he didn't want no smoke with Deontay Wilder, and there was nothing but space and opportunity. After he knocked out Robert Helenius, we were all in Brooklyn waiting on him. He didn't even show up to the state of New York. He stopped in California. Why? We knew that was next. This is before the AJ fights. This is before the Fury fight. This is way before Turkey Al-Sheikh was even in the business. That's what I'm keep telling you, young brother. You don't know what we know. You don't know what we know. Now, y'all can assume. Y'all can assume. Keep assuming. It was a big joke when George Foreman came back 50 pounds heavier with a bald head until it wasn't a joke. It was a joke until it wasn't a joke. It was a joke until it wasn't a joke. Then it wasn't funny. This conversation is triggered off of this fucking picture right here. I wish brothers would have more flame and vigor for how disrespectful this fucking picture is and this damn statue is that they have telling me that Deontay Wilder's done. I wish I had the same smoke for this fucking picture. But I just keep wishing. God damn, we're lost. God damn, we're lost. God damn, we're lost. True Boxing Night says Wilder before this guy who just popped. D's last opponent popped. The last guy that D fought, he popped. Oh, geez. If that, oh. Yeah, man, whatever, man. This is some bullshit. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Bear Cave Entertainment. Y'all subscribe to Drew Titan LLC on Rumble. Y'all follow me on Patreon also, where it's going to be raw and uncut. Matter of fact, I might do a Patreon today about what they did today. And I will post the conversation that I'm going to have with Google in about 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So Monkey Tuesday is tomorrow. It's Tank's turn. It's Tank's turn. And once again, this fucking guy, bro. There's no help for Tank Davis at this current junction. If you rock with Tank, there's something wrong with you. And I'm being serious. There ain't no coming back from what the fuck he said to Esau Cruz on Twitter yesterday. If you didn't see it, whatever. It's out there already. I read that. Someone sent me that. I was like, yo, wait, why is he saying? Wow, bro. Wow. 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 Tank is a lost nigger. A capital N. He's a lost nigger. It's ridiculous, bro. But it's Monkey Tuesday tomorrow. He's leading the charge. I don't even know homie's name, True Boxing. I can't think of it right now. It was a stay busy fight, and I knew D was going to win it, but I can't think of homie's name. But, you know, salute to him, and I hope he's all right. You know, if he's a cheater, fuck him. You know what I mean? Follow me on all social media platforms. I'm not on Twitter, though. Fuck that. I am on the gram. My gram is private. You know what I mean? Are you talking about Joseph Parker? Yeah, cocaine. Yeah, all these guys cheating. Cocaine. Man, I'm done, man. Salute to everybody. Oh, I'm sorry. I ain't read these super chats. I'm sorry. Jim Diamond early, he said, because they're hating. Exactly. Thank you so much. My brother Freedom's March, he said, salute Drew and salute to the mighty LDBC. This is nonsense. Yeah, of course. Eric Jordan, that super chat. He says, Miguel, nasty work in progress, sabotaging greatness. Absolutely. He says, that's not just a huge bitch. That's a Miguel elephant. Exactly. Salute to all of y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. I'll be right here tomorrow morning, Monkey Tuesday, Painful Excellence Podcast. I got to go bust YouTube on their ass again and hit them in the face with this legal action. It's all good, y'all. You know, I'm out this bitch, man. Yeah, man. Bronx on deck.
Move!
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.